So, what is Ayurveda? I get asked this question all the time, and I love answering it. Ayurveda is the world's oldest system of health and healing. It is the sister science of yoga from ancient India, and it literally means the knowledge or study of life. Ayurveda is the world's oldest system of medicine that teaches us how to achieve a really dynamic state of balance of our physical body, our mind and emotions, our spiritual quest, and our five senses. The five senses in Ayurveda are the doorways that allow us to understand and take in information from the world, then to process and digest that information, and from that be able to act upon the world and ultimately impact the world around us. Ayurveda teaches us that we are truly and very deeply interconnected with all living beings. Our thoughts, our words, and our actions are really meant to bring us balance insofar as they benefit all living beings. I remember feeling so impressed when I first learned the definition of Ayurveda according to the ancient texts of this knowledge. In the ancient texts, they define Ayurveda as that science which teaches us how to distinguish between actions that bring us joy versus those that bring us sorrow. Actions that bring us joy are those that benefit not only ourselves, but they benefit all living beings. Now, this doesn't mean that everybody has to start a nonprofit organization. It literally can be just at the level of your thoughts. It can be at the level of your speech, and it's also at the level of the actions that you take. But literally, if you're driving and there's a lot of traffic, instead of wanting to swear at the person who just cut you off on the road, can transmit some loving thoughts to that person. It may seem really insignificant, but it actually makes a really big difference for your overall health and state of well-being. Balance is something that we achieve in a very dynamic way. We have to keep coming back to it again and again and again. It's a journey and it's a process. Ayurveda is meant not just to be a tradition from the texts, but really a lived tradition that you can embody in every cell of your being. I personally feel so fortunate that I was able to learn this science from a living tradition. The ancient knowledge is always passed down in the oral tradition from a master teacher to disciples who are ready to receive this knowledge. I have spent many, many years immersed into studying this incredible knowledge straight from the source, from a tradition that goes all the way back to ancient India. I also am so fortunate to have my own Ayurveda ancestral lineage of healers who have been practicing this beautiful medicine since time immemorial, also in India. This science has changed every single aspect of my life. It has helped me to overcome really debilitating eating disorders. It helps me to sleep peacefully at night, even amidst stress and difficulty. It helps me to digest not just my food, but also information that we're constantly taking in. It also helps me to digest my emotions. We have to actually digest our grief. We have to digest our fear. We have to digest our anger. Once we can digest our emotions and our feelings, then we can process, and from that processing and digestion process, know what is the correct way to respond to those emotions and what is the best way to ultimately transcend those emotions. The transcendence that we gain is from the spiritual understanding of who we really are as a soul. Ayurveda ultimately is a spiritual science. It wants to prepare our physical body as a vehicle to ultimately allow us to identify with the light and the power and the strength of our own soul that goes beyond the body, that goes beyond our mind, and that transcends all the emotions that are coming and going in our day-to-day waking reality. I feel so blessed by having been able to study and apply this wisdom in the laboratory of my own life for so many years. And now, because I'm overflowing with that gratitude, I am so thrilled to extend the invitation and the opportunity to you, if you are ready, to also take those very, very brave first steps into really changing your life. I really encourage whoever is ready to check out the Ancient Ways 1-year Wellness Ambassador Program being offered in partnership with Yoga Center Amherst this year. The program starts on Saturday, February 20th, and will be going on every Saturday throughout the year. It's designed to really give you a solid foundation of living the wisdom of Ayurveda, to feel the change in your life and then really be the change, to inspire those around you to embody wellness in their own ways. I send you a lot of love and can't wait to welcome whoever of you are ready to embark upon this beautiful journey with me.